You have the most captivating eyes here.
Do you see what she's wearing right now? Oh my god, 4 hours in a dress she will never put on again. And the jewellery she picked is going to decide whether people remember the dress or remember her. I'm about to show you the code that nobody teaches you. So I have styled over 200 prom and formal looks, and I need to tell you something that keeps frustrating me. The same 7 mistakes keep coming back over and over again. It is not because anyone has bad taste or does not care. It is because nobody sat them down and explained that there is a system. There is an actual system behind how jewellery works with formal wear. I used to get this completely wrong myself before I figured it out. 7 rules, and once you see them, I promise you cannot unsee them. The difference between looking put together and looking like you grabbed everything from the jewellery box, it comes down to about 30 seconds of thinking before you walk out the door. Rule 1 changed everything for me, and it is going to change everything for you. The eye just bounces around with nowhere to rest. That reads as chaos instead of confidence, so you pick your anchor piece and let everything else support it. I had a client last year who came in wearing a gorgeous Swarovski crystal drop earring. She had this beautiful pendant necklace on top of it and a statement bracelet, all stunning pieces on their own, but together your eye did not know where to go. We took off the necklace and swapped the bracelet for something simple, and suddenly the earrings were the star of the entire outfit. If you want a David Yurman cable bracelet as your anchor instead, then the earrings go small, one statement piece, and everything else is just backup. I used to skip this one completely, and every single photo came out looking wrong. Now let's jump into rule 2, okay? Check out this neckline right here. Your neckline is not just decoration, it is literally an instruction telling you what jewellery to put on. See this strapless dress, all that open space from her collarbone down to her shoulders. That is a canvas, and that is exactly where a statement necklace is supposed to live. A Pandora layered chain set fills that space perfectly without looking like too much. Now notice this V-neck. See how the shape already creates a downward arrow pointing down her chest. So a pendant drop follows that line and it looks completely natural. But if you put something wide or horizontal across that opening, it fights the shape and the whole thing looks off. Now watch this, a high neck. See how there is no room at all for a necklace? Skip it completely and go earrings instead. This is where statement hoops get to do their absolute best work, because nothing on her neck is competing with them. And then see this off shoulder right here, how her collarbone is showing, but the fabric is sitting right across her shoulders. A delicate chain sits perfectly in that little gap right there, but anything heavy would pull your eye straight down, when the whole point of this dress is to pull your eye across her shoulders. The neckline is already telling you what to do, you just have to listen to it. This one surprised me when I first learned it. Okay, so rule 3 will blow your mind. So your mother probably told you never to mix gold and silver. I love her, but mum, you are wrong on this one. Please, please, mum, don't be mad at me. Mixed metals are the single biggest jewellery trend happening right now. Check out this combination, gold and silver together, rose gold and platinum sitting side by side. The trick is that it has to look like you did it on purpose and not by accident. Here is the system I use with every single client. 70%, one dominant metal, and 30% accent. So if her earrings and necklace are gold, notice her bracelet can absolutely be silver. That little bit of contrast reads as a deliberate choice, like she actually knows what she is doing. And here's why this works psychologically. When everything matches perfectly, same metal, same finish, same size, it tells people you're playing it safe. But see what happens when one piece breaks the pattern on purpose. That reads as confidence, that reads as someone who knows the rules well enough to decide which one she wants to break. Now, see this Pandora silver chain bracelet stacked with a gold bangle. See how that looks together? That is not clashing at all. That is someone who is fluent in how she puts herself together. I had a client once who taught me this rule the hard way. Now let's jump right now, rule 4. But before we continue, let me know what rule you will apply. Remember to like this video right now, so the platform share this video to viewers seeking these valuable informations, okay? Now let me tell you a story about this client. She was absolutely stunning girl who had these beautiful chandelier earrings picked out for her event. She came in for her final fitting with her hair down in these gorgeous loose waves, and the earrings just completely disappeared. I could not even see them. She was so frustrated, and that is when I realized nobody ever told her that your hairstyle decides which earrings will actually work. Check out this updo. See how her ears and her whole neck are completely exposed. This is the one time where big statement earrings actually have room to do their thing. Chandelier drops, dramatic hoops, a Swarovski crystal cascade. See how much space they have to work with up there. Now compare that to hair all the way down. See all that visual weight around her face and her shoulders. If you throw big earrings on top of all that volume, it just becomes noise. Your eye does not know if it is supposed to look at her hair or her jewelry. This is where you go small studs, huggies, or a tiny hoop that just catches the light when she turns her head. And then notice this half up style. See how one ear is peeking out and the other one is mostly covered. Medium hoops or a drop earring work perfectly here because you get these little glimpses of sparkle. The jewelry kind of plays hide and seek with the hair, and that movement is exactly what makes people look twice at you. Rule 5 takes 10 seconds to figure out, and it changes every jewelry decision you will ever make. I need you to do something for me right now. Look at the inside of your wrist. See those veins? The color of those veins is going to tell you exactly which metal to wear for the rest of your life. If you need a second to find them, go ahead and pause. Now, if those veins are looking green to you, then you're warm-toned and everything gold is going to look incredible on you. We are talking rose gold, copper, brass, all of it just sinks right into your skin. But if you are seeing blue, then you're cool-toned and silver is where you want to live. Platinum and white gold do the same thing. They just light you up. Now, some of you are going to look at your wrist and think, okay, I see both, which means you're neutral, and honestly rose gold is your answer because that one does not care what your skin tone is. I want you to see this David Yurman cable bracelet because it comes in gold and silver, same exact bracelet, but look at the difference when we put them on the same person. Do you see how one just belongs there and the other one looks wrong? That is your undertone doing all the work. Check out this stack right here. There is a system behind how all of this works. Rule 6. Everybody wants to layer right now, but most people just pile everything on and wonder why it looks messy. There's a trick to this, and once you get it, you will never stack wrong again. So when you're layering, always go odd, 1 piece or 3 pieces, or 5 but never 2, because your eye needs a tiebreaker, and without one, it just feels off. See how this stack has 3 necklaces, and your eye just moves from one to the next? That is the odd number doing the work now. Each piece needs to sit at its own height. See how this chain is up high, then the pendant drops to here, and then the long one hangs all the way down. But when 2 of them sit at the same length, they start tangling and it just looks accidental. And within each stack, keep the metal consistent. Her necklace layers are all gold. But notice her bracelet stack over here is silver, and that is fine because those are separate groups. Mixing metals within the same stack is what throws the whole thing off. This Pandora layered set is perfect because the lengths come pre-spaced, so you just clip them on and you're done. I'm going to be completely real with you. I learnt this one by making the mistake myself. Rule 7, before you walk out that door, I need you to do one more thing. Go to your mirror and move around like you're actually at prom. Shake your head, put your arms up, do a spin and dance for a few seconds like you would with your friends. I know it sounds silly, but this is what saves you from being uncomfortable all night. If something tangled or made a noise or got caught in your hair, take it off because it is only going to get worse after 4 hours. You're going to be there all night moving around, and if something is bothering you now, it is going to drive you crazy later. So would you honestly dance in what you're wearing right now for 4 straight hours? Because if you would not, then something needs to come off before you leave. The best jewelry is the jewelry you forget you're even wearing. You put it on, you do this test, and then you do not think about it again. That is when it does its real job. It says something about you without you having to say a word. 7 rules, and now you know every single one of them. 1 statement piece, follow the neckline, mix your metals with intention, let your hair decide the earrings, match your undertone, layer in odd numbers, and always test the movement. I bet you have already been breaking at least 2 of these without even knowing it. So, which rule are you going to try first? Drop it in the comments because I read every single one and I will reply to you. If you are shopping for prom right now, I actually put together something really helpful for you. Every single piece I mentioned today with direct links right in the description below. Pandora, Swarovski and David Yurman, organised by rule so you can go straight to exactly what you need, and follow me for part 2 where I try on 5 prom dresses under $200 and show you exactly which silhouettes work and which ones you need to walk away from. That video is going to completely change how you look at every red carpet photo from now on, not only your prom. I will see you there.
Oh my, oh my.